What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned into another episode of Everyday Heroes, and you got real name Wynton, JB written, Aunt of Dragons and Sideshow on the show. And before we get into anything, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the show. We're on every streaming platform: YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, you name it, we're on it. So go ahead, Google us. You know what I'm saying? We in the mix. So before we get into anything, let's go ahead and go and do a roundtable of our week. So, Ashley, how was your week? How's your week been?
Ah, that's how my week has been. It's just a
Okay, all
verb.
right,
That's
cool. All right, got you. That seems very hectic. Um, and JB, written, how was your week? He's not there. My week has been fine, and it's been great. And let's
My
go
week
ahead.
been good. My week been good.
Yeah, all right. And if somebody's car is going off or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, that's where
fortunately,
you're at. Okay, never mind.
yeah,
All right.
that's in the
Uh,
background where I'm at, man. We're
uh,
located next to a bar, like our gym's like in the same fashion in a bar and a pizza joint. So the bar is kind of like got a whole bunch of cars in the parking lot right about
gotcha. And sideshow, how was your week there?
now. And my show, I'm gonna agree with Ashley. Mine's more like a
Okay,
zombie.
okay, so
I
okay,
feel
all
it.
right, cool. So sideshow, you know what I'm saying? You're a boxer, right? That's what you do, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
where are you from?
Man,
How'd you get into boxing?
man, that's a good question, man. I'm coming out of the city of Lakeland, Florida. Polk County. We're located in Central Florida, right between Tampa and Orlando. I can go about 30, 45 minutes either way. So how did I get into boxing? First off, let me start out. I gotta give my gym a shout out, man. Like I say, I'm with Lakeland, Florida. My gym is Big Dreams Boxing Academy, man. Yeah. Coach Laura Ramsey and Coach Carissa Tash, man, they my coaches, my boxing and training technique coaches. And then I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Plant City Boxing Gym with Antonio Holmes Jr. He's my boxing conditioning coach. He conditioning me every morning before I go to work. So I want to give both gyms a big thank you and a big shout out. Um, Back to the second question you have for me as far as how I get into boxing, man. Uh, quick story, man. I had a brother named Stones right away in high school that I wrestled with at Kathleen High School. It was my second or third high school that I attended. Well, it was the second school I wrestled for in Polk County, but by the third high school I attended, basically we had wrestling scholarship or was being looked at by different colleges coming out of high school, and we were just some high school athletes that made some mistakes, and we found our dreams crumbling, and we just still had the urge to be competitive. And my brother's son was into. We always talk about MMA or possible boxing, and he found Laura Ramsey one day. And I remember one day my brother getting in trouble after winning one fight. I told him I was gonna give it a look at, and he got in trouble and got unfortunately my brother got banned from America and sent back to Jamaica. I hate to see that happen to him, but I after that happened, I checked in with Laura Ramsey and see about getting into the boxing world, right? And at that moment, I was young, around 21, half 22, just getting out of a good relationship with my college love, and was thinking about getting into boxing. But 2 months into it, I trying being a young African American man in today's society, trying to juggle a household, a family, plus 5 kids with a blended family, man, it's not easy. So I took a break from it and got married. Well, I've been coaching ever since because I still had that competitive urge to compete.
Mm.
And I coached youth football. I started with Lakeland Patriots, and then I went to the Lakeland Storm. But at the end of me, I started gaining weight to the principle. Basically, my wife cut it short and just said, "Hey, babe, you need to do something about it." Which I love my wife, Sophie Collins. I love you. I want to thank my wife for motivating me to get back into working out. And I got back in contact with Laura Ramsey, and man, we just from there clicked, and I got back into the boxing world, and here I am now.
All right.
I've been at it full grown since.
All right, cool. So we're gonna do a roundtable of questions on that, and good little rundown, by the way, man. Amazing story. So let's start off with Ashley. What kind of questions do you have for Sideshow over here?
I knew you
Oh
were gonna
man,
do
give it
that.
up.
I knew I was gonna be the first one. Oh, okay. So what I wanted to talk to you about was CTE. Is that something that is a concern for you, your gym, and your family? You know how like, yeah.
The COVID-19 is definitely something big
Oh,
concern.
sorry, not
As
COVID.
okay.
Concussions.
Concussion.
Concussions.
I
Yeah.
mean, you always gonna have a risk as far as any sport you do. So concussion is always gonna be on the back of your mind. And with me being a father first, that's always been my motivation. Is how can I feed my family? I'm a welder during the daytime. I'm a foreman welder at R's Awning in Winter Haven, and I build awning frames, and then I come straight to Boston practice. So to me, I gotta see family at the end of the day before I can participate in Boston. Like if I can't go to work, I can't go to practice. Same thing with my kids. Can't go to school, you can't go to practice. So my coach always kind of wanted me to go into like the MMA world more because of my wrestling background. But me and my wife had to talk about injuries list, like you say, concussions, maybe bones popping. And I was like, I'm at a higher risk for a concussion or a possible dislocation doing MMA. So the closest thing I can compete because I'm too old now to do college wrestling pretty much, or I don't see me at my size doing a professional football, anything like that at my age. So boxing was the next short. I had boxing, MMA, and man, I'm just a competitor.
Mm.
If
How,
it's
I'm
my time to go, it's my time to go.
I'm just
how,
gonna piggyback off that, Ashley, and I'm gonna let you ask your second and third. Do you know MMA as a wrestler? Most wrestlers who go to MMA have like a great career. You know that? So why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not? Most wrestlers are like champion MMAs.
And you know me, man. Like I said, you seen me throughout the years. I seen you, and we got to watch each other develop from freshman to senior. Cause we're part of pretty much the same class, man. And I always had a great takedown game. So yes, I can definitely see me possible doing some miracle things in MMA. But at the end of the day, I got 5 kids that depend on me, and I can't take a risk in practice pushing my elbow, knowing I got to use my hands to weld in this case.
Okay.
So I feel like MMA would eliminate me or put me at a higher risk to the point of I don't know from day to day if I'm gonna get injured. At least boxing, I know I gotta protect my head and my chest. I don't gotta worry about my elbows or my knees being blown out or my neck being broken then or my spine. And then I'm going home to my wife and saying, baby, it's all your turn to take care of the family. And I won't. I just personally as a man, I wouldn't think that's fair to her. So boxing would be the closest thing I can protect myself and still compete as a young brother.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. All
Kids
right.
wrestling, kids
Um.
boxing. Did you put your kids in wrestling and boxing?
Man, I've been trying to put my kids in wrestling, my son in wrestling, my daughter, but they ain't trying to have it. Boxing, yes. My son, DeAndre Jr. the second, he's part of Big Dreams Boxing after school program. Coach Laura Ramsey, my coach, she's a daytime. She works for the school board of Polk County, so she's a teacher for the Polk County School Board. So it helps. She picks them up when I can't get them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She helps him with a homework for an hour, and then he gets an hour boxing lesson. But as far as competing, my son he more into he's a souped up soccer player. To be honest with you,
Mm.
All right. Cool.
and
All right.
and
So.
and my daughters they souped up in cheerleading. They like national competition cheerleading. And my son he got a Super Bowl ring in football, but he just focused on soccer really. I want him to wrestle. Don't get it twisted.
All
All he
right.
gotta do is just on go.
Yeah.
All right. All
go,
right.
go
Cool.
ahead, Ashley.
how old are you, Sideshow?
Me personally, I just turned 30 May 4th, man.
And that's still too old to take to pursue a professional. Okay, Joe's already nodding his head. Yes. Okay, I didn't know there were
For
rules.
me, no. For me, it is for me. No,
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 no.
no, no. No. Mm.
Well, professionally, no, 30 is not too old. But when if I at 30, my bones ain't gonna heal as quickly as a 22-year-old or 19-year-old coming fresh out of school, been training for already 10 years. So if I twist my elbow or I twist my knee or my toe or my fingers, it might take me a month to 2 months to heal from that injury. And what I'm going to do in the process of welding, providing for my family. I'm not a professional fighter yet. My dream is to become a professional fighter. But when you're in the amateur field, I don't care if it's boxing or MMA, a lot of this comes out of your own pocket more than it is somebody paying you.
So, and my last question, I'm glad that you said that. My last question is, have you thought about getting part of your body insured? Because I know a lot of athletes do that.
It depends on your definition of how far insured. With me registering with USA Boxing, as far as I'm concerned, I believe I'm registered under 25,000 or 50,000 on insurance with the USA Boxing. If you just registered with them, particularly it pretends as if I participate in a fight, if I get injured in a fight, then up to 25 or 50,000, whatever that contract is showed online, then they're going to cover a certain portion of that bill as far as anything that happens. They got doctors on ringside. They got the ambulance on ringside. A new thing that I've seen that they throw in for as far as athletes for insurance is, say I'm traveling and I want to travel out of state, right? Like North Carolina, Alabama, or Georgia, and say they got a tournament. From what my coach explained to me about the contracts of USA Boxing, if I was to get in a car accident and foregoing injury, that I would still be covered under USA Boxing liability, as well as every day in practice. My coach has her own liability insurance with the company, and then with her registering in the gym with USA, the gym itself is covered with USA, and then I'm covered as well as that. So actually, I got better insurance as an athlete right now than I do self insurance.
Honestly, that's what it makes me want to sign up for a boxing class. Honestly, though, get some
Hey,
insurance.
if it's gonna get your heart pumping, why not? Better shape, longer life.
Honestly, thank
All
you,
right.
Sergio.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Cool. Cool. I'll go ahead and go, and then we'll go ahead and get to JB's questions real quick. So
Awesome.
my questions are, I have kind of like two and one, but it's just gonna count as two for me. What is your favorite fighting style for yourself? And what is your favorite fighting style to watch?
I like Lumo Chico.
I don't
I
know
like
who that is. So like,
he's a world champion already. He fights around 135, 140. They actually trying to get Limo Chico to fight. I see a lot of Facebook posts and a
Limo
lot of ads.
Chico?
Yes, sir. They're
Okay.
asking for him to fight Javante Davis. They want to see that matchup. It ain't done. I
Man, shoot,
I
Gervonta Davis,
love
I like him. I like
listen. I
him.
love Javante Davis. He has a lot of power and great hand speed. The man's smart, intelligent. But that footwork of that other man, is something true. The defense, it's true, brother. And I would love to see them two combinations as they both warriors go at it. I think it'd be a
Mhm.
high payday for both of them if they can find an agreement, man. I'd love
All
to see
right.
that. As far as defense, man, I like Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite boxers besides Ali. I love Sugar Ray. Offense, I kind of got a little. I'm aggressive, so I'm more like coming out trying to find my zone, like a Mike Tyson mixed with like a Sugar Ray. I got the wrestling feet. I move a lot, but I'm very aggressive and I throw a lot of punches as well so far.
Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. And my last question for you is there anyone, and I don't know if you're allowed to even say this, but if there is there any one of your students that you have right now that you feel like has a lot of potentials? Any ones that you want to kind of name?
Well, with me coaching, I'm just starting out as far as doing the coaching into boxing. I have had two particular ones in mind that's been participating in my weekend program that I do free for the community of Lakeland. I don't charge whether they're adult or child. And one of them is a female. Her name's Ashley. She's 16. I'm not
Not
going.
that Ashley.
Yeah, not that Ashley. I'm sorry.
It could
I'm
be.
not gonna. It could be though if you want, girl. Put that hair back in a ponytail and let's get some gloves on you. But Listen, Ashley, she's a good girl. She's 15, and she comes to practice every day, every weekend. She walks to practice at least like 3 blocks. She's
Oh, it's
not
a
always on
female.
time. It's a female, yes.
Ah,
What's her
okay,
what's her,
okay.
la- what's her last name? Do you know, Ashley?
I don't have her parents' permission to put her name in jeopardy.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay.
I'm
My
just gonna
bad,
say
my
first
bad.
name
That's why I
Ashley.
was kind of asking, like, if you had permission or but
That
okay.
was she's a minor. They both minors. The two that I have in mind, so I can't disclose full names
Mm,
without parents' permission. I'm very strict on coaching. I've been coaching
smart.
for a while. Like I say, youth football. I even coached high school wrestling at Lakewood High School for a couple of years. So I very know how to deal with parents. And Ashley is one of my girls. She's very hard. Got a lot of heart. She listens and she works hard, man. And to be honest with you, I just caught her one day. I pulled up to the park and I had just switched locations. And she was walking by with nothing to do, and I just stopped her and asked her, and she's been with me since. And she's been grinding. The other one, I'm gonna go ahead and see and get a little info about Ashley. She's 15. She's a little taller than me, so she's probably about like 5'8", 5'9". Right now she's around like 175, 180. Probably gonna get her down like 145, 150, somewhere in there, depending on what her mama wants to do with her, or what she wants to do with her own self. You know what I'm saying? And then I have another little kid that was one of my football players, man. Uh, we call him Baby Sap. I mean, not Baby Sap, Boss Baby. We call him Boss Baby. He's a warrior on the gridiron. He's 8 years old and he's 147 pounds.
God,
Woo!
oh,
Like,
that's a big
listen,
baby.
listen. Why you think we call him Boss Baby? He built like Ward Sap.
He's bigger
But
than old high school.
yes, like I said, he's stocky, he's short, and he's built exactly like Ward Sap. But the man he's aggressive and he works hard, but he comes from a family that don't have a lot. And I've been knowing this kid for about 4 or 5 years now, man, throughout football and to Boston, man. And I got some of his cousins and some of his brothers in the program as well. And if anybody want to help out a family, man, that's the family they can contact me with. Somehow, by the end of the show, I drop all my contact information. Get with me, man. That family needs some support. But Boss Baby is his nickname that we call him in football, and I bring it over to Boston.
Okay, all right,
And,
cool. That's amazing stuff, man. That's amazing stuff, man. Definitely
oh,
inspirational.
one,
Uh-huh.
one, one other kid is named Marcus Harris. I trained him a little bit. He's not my fighter, but he's 14. He's with a gym. He's now with Marco over in Winter Haven. He switched from Cumbie. A great, outstanding kid, man. If you don't know the man, he got like 15, 17 fights in. He's 14. His name Marcus Harris. He will be on your radar as far as coming on ESPN probably next 2 years once he become adult. Marcus Harris, the name to remember.
All right, cool, man. That's amazing stuff. All right, so JB, man, what are your questions? You got any questions for him?
Oh yeah, man. I know you already, and you talked about it, so we're gonna talk about it now. You said you shot up to 205. I think, believe
Actually, it was
205.
a little 3 more pounds. He gave me 3 pounds short. 208.
Okay, 208. Okay, how
Listen,
was it trying to come back down from 208 to where you at now? Damn near 125.
man, I weighed in the other day, like you say, 127.6. So yeah, almost back at high school weight, man, where me and you met
Yeah,
up at.
yeah. Where we met,
Yeah.
yeah. Shit. I
Um,
haven't been down there since.
But this is the first time that I've been this like myself since then. Tell you the truth, going from 208 to like 270, it wasn't that bad. I just had to cut back beer. I got in the habit where I had a beer at night when I got home from welding. I just wanted to get a beer and lay back and watch the movie. Once I cut out no more beers, uh, I dropped down from 208 to like 170 in like 3 months, 3.5 months
Mm,
with no workout, not even in the gym yet. And
mhm,
then the rest of the weight was quite tough. I would say the first going from 170 to maybe 165 was not as bad, but cutting from 165 to 140, 135 was pretty tough for me.
mhm.
I felt like maybe I started cutting back maybe a little muscle. I don't know. You seen the pictures; it was a dramatic difference.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
the last 5 pounds going from 135 to trying to cut down to 125. Anything under 130, man, I feel the age difference. It's not
Yeah.
high stress no more.
No. All right. My last question, and then I'm gonna let you shout out your people for the last time. Just get that out so people can hear it. My last question is, man, do you feel like getting hit in the head, you can lose some brain cells, man? Like, boxers ain't the smartest people in the world because they get hit in the head a lot.
Okay, well, that's a very good question. To give you a very honest answer, is I agree with you. It can waste brain cell that you can damage every time you
Yeah.
get punched. But it ain't no different from being on the game system or on a cell phone when we're playing games and we're not reading the book.
Okay.
I have to disagree with that, but
Or
that's a whole other
or or
topic. I would have to seriously disagree with that.
Yeah.
or
But
not studying our constitutional rights, you know what I'm saying? So we can keep having our freedom like we're doing to do this type of conversation, man.
All right. Well, all right. Well,
oh,
that was my
you're
last
not
question.
fucking nerve. You're gonna have to talk after this.
Can't let it go. We can't let it go. I will be heard, my brother said. I will be heard.
It's all good, man. I fuck with it though. I fuck with it, man. All right. So any last shout outs or anything like that? Go ahead and shout out your gym again. Where they can find you, any websites? What's up?
Definitely, man. I have a lot of support in my community, man, and I have a few sponsors I didn't get to give a shout out. One of my biggest sponsors is my wife. Foremost, without my wife allowing me to come to the gym straight after work, cooking the kids food. Which don't let it twist it. We rotate. Sometimes I rotate. I've been slipping it, but she holds my household. She holds my household down, brother, and it's a strong woman to be able to know I can go to work 40 hours, 50 hours, and then come in and put 2, 3 hours before even spending time with you, and be able to trust me and know that I'm here at the gym every day. That's something beautiful, and I want to thank my Lord next for allowing me to have that beautiful gift. The Lord knows I deserve it and been through a lot of stuff that we can broadcast about another day on my life story. I want to thank my most big supporter as sponsoring Ken Davis. He's a black brother. He owns a barber shop. It's called Second and None Barber Shop. It's located right across the street from Lakeland Regional Hospital. It's Second and None Barber Shop, and he is the owner. Ken Davis. It is a black-owned company. Second, my next sponsor was my uniform sponsor. He again is a black-owned company. His name's Ivan Brooks. He do a lot of uniform making for the community of Lakeland and Polk County. He designs clothing for football, for basketball, for soccer, personal clothing, book bags, you name it. And the brother came through for me, man. My book bag inside, but I got a customized book bag from him so I can go to tournaments without getting my stuff lost. He made me some trunks and a customized shirt with my name. And I want to thank Ivan Brooks for that, man. Lord knows he didn't have to take his time out of his day to do it. And then I want to sponsor my neighbor as well as one of my good friends. He's my third sponsor. He sponsored my hands to be rested this year during the pandemic so I can compete in the upcoming national fight that I got coming up in 2 weeks. His name and what's his business name? Linnell. Lion Linnell Bully Dog Breeder.
Okay.
He breeds dogs and he sponsored my hands, man. And I want to thank him. His name Deontay Andrews, and his business is Lions, Linnell, Bully Dog Breeders, and all three of them, man, due to them, man, they helping my dreams come true, man. Even not coming to world champion don't happen for me, man. Them guys believing in me, letting me learn this trait in boxing is allowing me to teach it to the youth and teaching anybody that want to learn in my community for free. So them sponsoring me gives back to my community as well, man. Without them three guys, this project that I got going on in Lakeland would never be possible.
All right,
Right.
word, man. That's really good stuff, man. That's really good stuff, man. Um, so this is Sideshow. You know, definitely check him out. Once again, this is Everyday Heroes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the show. We're on all streaming platforms: YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, you name it. We're on it. Google us. We are in the mix. So, from real name Wynton, JB Written, Aunt of Dragons and Sideshow, this is Everyday Heroes signing out.